Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we are underway in London. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So outruns their offense for the first time this game. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
1st and 10 from the 41. Nix. Got a man. It's Marvin Mims. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Williams now on 1st and 10. He still has room inside the 30. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them.
Still first down.
Nix with it on 1st. He brings it in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Working quickly here. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Broncos take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Give him 13 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus.
His first throw is an interception. Picked up Alex Singleton. And the Broncos twist the knife after that interception. Wow, they took it all the way back to the 20-yard line before being stopped.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Throwing on first down, Nix. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Broncos take a 13. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked at the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials, we got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touch... Upon review. Watts there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And I know it's early, Brock, but you can almost feel that they need some points to keep this lead from getting out of control and build up their confidence as well after drive number one ended in that interception.
Yeah, totally co-sign that, Kate, every bit of it. It's an early deficit, but there's still a whole lot of game left. You don't need to make up for it right away. You just need to start to see those chains moving. You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Trying for the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And before he can get rid of it, he runs out of bounds. Could have just tossed it incomplete, Brock, but instead takes the sack and a big loss.
I'll admit it, as a former QB, probably the last one to always cast blame on the QB, but that's a situation where you just got to get rid of the ball. I will give a little blame. You've got to throw it away and just take an incompletion.
All right, here we go. Second down. Play action, Mahomes. Has it down close. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
And he hauls in the interception. And the Chiefs take over at the 34-yard line.
Yellow.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll go down here at the 16. Offense up to the line fast. From the 16. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. That's P.J. Luck. And the Broncos are stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Catch is made down the right sideline. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Nix now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. Neither side separating much so far. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They have second down behind the sticks. Trying again following the sack. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. On third down, here's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Slot man in motion right. After the sack, another pass on second down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
19 Tiger.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Broncos get it back after making their third first-half interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Now Nix. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Complete to Mims. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Working inside the red zone. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that'll bring up second down. handoff for Williams, running left. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points.
That penalty is declined.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a third consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that. He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 32. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing third and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. He can't hang on to the pass. And that brings up fourth and long.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
They're going for it with Mahomes. That's caught beyond the marker. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That'll be a 20-yard hit on fourth down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Yellow.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. He puts everything behind this one. And that's incomplete. He had the touchdown, but just couldn't finish off the catch, and a potential 6 points comes off the board. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. New set of downs for him at the 38. We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Britain. The Chiefs working here. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. Third and long for Mahomes. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Throwing deep for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs chop before the half. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just... It ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Denver set to take the field on offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Nix to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. Nix with it on first. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So that brings up 2nd down. Here's Nix. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Finds Mims. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Nix. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Denver! Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Pride connected with Xavier Worthy there. So it's second down coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He'll throw it. Bails out of the pocket quick. On the move, looking deep down the middle.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.